Today, man, we're gonna be talking about black culture, bro. And I literally want to make this in the heat of the moment, cause check this bullshit out, bro. Like, hold on, check this bullshit out real quick. Black culture lost the plot.
Are you tired of ads ruining your online experience? Go to privacyadblocker.com and your
African American culture has genuinely just lost the plot. Yesterday at Six Flags in Georgia, not far from Atlanta, had an opening day. And if you don't know what Six Flags is, it's just a big amusement park where people go to ride roller coasters and have fun. Yeah, I have one near my house. It's a fun time. You don't really see anything, crazy go on. But one opened up in Georgia, not far from Atlanta, and well, there were about 500 to 600 people running around fighting. Somebody was killed. There was a shootout with the police. There were brawls all around the park. People trespassing in employees only areas. It was just chaos and pandemonium. Here are some videos of the chaos. You see a group of people jumping one person and leaving him unconscious. Line buzzword people are gonna where it all begins. Right here. Right here. Little kids, bro. He don't even got teeth in his mouth, bro. Rapping along the songs about killing people. And look at the comments, bro. This is insanity. Y'all think it's funny, but we're genuinely doomed. Black folks saying it.
I agree, bro. Like, hold on, what is this? I didn't see this, bro. They have Lil RT at a birthday party. That's crazy, bro.
It's black folks saying this. Black folks are fed up with this shit. That's the thing. African American people are fed up with the degenerate culture that they're all being.
I mean, I ain't hating, bro. Get your money, but you gotta realize what they're trying to puppet us for, you know?
Subjected to constantly. And once again, I will drill this point. It is not about race. It's not about being black.
See, the thing is, like, if you can do that, get that image out there, can you also do the other thing, right? If you can make that money in that way, can you also? Because it's not what goes in, it's what goes out, you know. So I believe some good come out of it. Truthfully, if Lil RT gets some right mentors in his life, get around the right people, he can most definitely make a good change for the generation they talking about that's doomed.
All right, being black doesn't create this. It's African American culture. You don't see African culture celebrating this same stuff. You don't see Caribbean culture celebrating this same stuff. And this comment just parrots what I'm saying. You notice only black Americans do this shit, not Caribbean, not Africans, not legal immigrants. Then they blame the white people. Yeah, basically. Like, look at this, bro. A tongue saying 60 fucking rounds full of fun dip is crazy. This kid right here, bro. Blue ass tongue, no teeth. Talking about 60 rounds.
I mean, bro, it's like, how far can you defend black culture and black race, bro? I feel like I'm smack that in the middle of bougery, of fuckery, of like people not trying to really show black community support. Like, ah, man, bro, it's like the way you even talk about it. It's so, like, it's so like, you know what, fuck you. That's how they really view, I think, black people. And it's like, okay, well, we're gonna give you, man, and I'm not blaming nobody for my wrong habits, my own spending, but it's most definitely what plays a factor into, like, if you destroy the root of something, if you know how to destroy the root, if you were studying people to focus on how to destroy the culture, and so magically happens the shit works, and now you have a culture that is promoting more self-destruction. And then you blame those people for their own self-destruction. In reality, it was engineered to be like that. And so that is what I'm talking about. That's the proper words to have it. This was engineered. This is engineered. Culture was engineered for us. They have took our own religion and engineered for us. They have created this stuff to purposely so we can self-destruct ourselves. And this is what the product is today. So this is why we have rappers speaking a message of self-destruction. This is why we're just doing a lot of hedonistic things because of we see our parents They don't have the proper teaching. They don't even have the ability to love themselves properly because they don't know their own emotions because of it's not taught in the household. Proper communication is not taught. So all this stuff is we have to learn it. And so happen in the process of the world burning, we still have to learn this and keep up. And so the ways that we keep up are probably through drugs, or probably through ways that are not helpful. We're just trying to stimulate ourselves and understand why we are feeling bad. Understand why is life not fair for us. Why are these people at the top? And we're not supposed to be looking at another party and group and just compare ourselves, because the reason is we need to study more. We need to apply ourselves more. We need to sit here and humble ourselves and talk about the truth, because what's really happening is we're not talking about the truth. We're talking about BS that they have scripted for us. They're telling us everything about slavery. It's like the only black history that a person knows is about slavery, or just some story out of a Bible. But it's not nothing truly of like, how did we get here? Who created that? And the intelligent architects in our culture, we don't really know about that. I know about a little place, but I can't even tell you the name of it. It's just, and it's not something that I don't know, because you do have Dr. Umar Johnson, who's going out and he talks about black Israelites and getting black people right, but he's more on the extreme, like to the extreme of like F white people. But that's not what I'm saying. We have to be the bigger people, bro. We have to realize what they're doing, and we can't play their game, because that's what they want us to do. Once we play their game, that's how they're going to get us to destroy ourselves more. And that's what's been happening. We realize the game that they're playing with us, and we play into it more, And so we have to understand that if you do it how God says do it, because we are God's, we are all God's people. And if you listen to how God says do it, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right, And I want to clarify. I said how God say do it, not nobody else. So you have to listen in your heart. How should you care about the situation? Because I may feel that it should be done in a certain way. You may feel it should be done in a certain way. In reality, it needs to be done multiple ways, so this whole problem can get done efficiently as possible. And so we have to do it politically. We have to speak up politically. We have to come with knowledge. We have to communicate properly, and it can't be from an emotional basis. We have to sometimes take our emotions out of it, like the unfairness, and talk about the logic behind the unfairness that they're doing to people, especially about the poor communication with black people. And they blame black people for having poor communication when it's not in schools, and they do redlining, and we can't get funded proper books, or teachers aren't even proper because they're not being paid enough, and so they don't really care. And also the kids, and it's like you zoom in back into the home, and then the home is chaotic because of trauma, passed down trauma. And that's really what it is, passed down trauma. And so it's all in all this stuff, and now you have to pay for mental health. Now they giving kids medicine for their mental health because of the trauma passed down. In all reality, this medicine is not helping, but it's making more of them an enabler to the society that they have harmed them with. So all this stuff is like a one big trap, and we have to realize and step over the trap. We have to be bigger. We have to be better, And the only way we're gonna do that is listening to God and following God, and we have to get that in our hearts, our souls, our spirit, and our minds. So yeah, man, black culture is not doomed. I'm not going around speaking that message because I'm a part of black culture. I'm a black man, and I know for a fact it's not doomed because people like me are still around. Genius inventors are still around. You have good preachers still around. It's not doomed. Just because, you have some bad apples that are doing music, and, unfortunately they get paid the most, and I don't understand why they are, paid the most, but Entertainment. You know, I ain't sitting here about to sound stupid like I don't know, but you know, it's entertainment, especially you know it's all a gig, a show, but man, a lot of injustice has been done to people, and so we're looking for justice. That's what it. That's really what it's all. We're looking for justice because there's a lot of injustice going on. It's a lot of things that you know people say they do it correctly, but they might not do it. It's like I blame myself first and foremost for not being wise with money, for being careless with money, but at the same time, this is but um I don't know, cause then I can go back to maybe my mom and dad should have been over me. They should have, you know what, son, you should have did. But their excuse is to always say that I'm grown and you have a money on. But when I go to ask a question, it's that I don't know. It's a weird energy because I think as they start to get older, and I start to get older, and I start to communicate more, and I start to really see them as a person and not as a parent. Sometimes, um, I'm able to really start speaking for myself because I realize who they are and the type of trauma they got. Um, let me see, so all of it boils down back to the home, though. You know, and they blame black people for having a chaotic home when Black Wall Street is been many cases. You hear stories of people running in their houses, burning them up, burning crosses in front of their houses. This stuff is not that long ago. This is 40 years ago. People who have been traumatized from this stuff still living today. So it's not that long ago. You know, and people want to sweep it under the rug like black people should just be okay with everything that has happened to them. It's like the same thing with the Nazis, bro. And this I was talking about this with a Canadian friend of mine about how you know everybody want to view the Nazis as disgusting, as vile, as sick people because of the genocide they committed. But then when it comes to any other people that commit genocide, they're like, oh, you shouldn't say that. You know, it's racist. You're being hypocritical yourself. And then they, you know, and they say, well, look at you, and it don't make sense. You know, it's like a bunch of people hiding their dirt, their filth. You know, because we all have filth. You know, we all try to hide our filth. But yeah, you know, people want to talk down on the Nazis and say that they're, you know, they're the worst of the worst. But you have slavery that just occurred, and they don't talk about nearly half the shit they did to us. Truly, they talk about, you know, like it was hard. We kept y'all enslaved. It was a couple grapings. It was a couple whips and lashes, but they don't talk about the nearly extent of sadistic they were, like skinning us, hanging us upside down, torturing us, doing magic with us, doing all these sorts of crazy, doing experiments, putting us in a social, cutting us open, live, torture, all this stuff that goes into slavery they don't talk about, and they want to sit back and say that you know we're clean people, we're holy, we have changed from that. That stuff was 40 years ago. The stuff that, like, I'm not saying that you probably do it today, but that you know, it's like nothing has really changed because you can still feel it, right? Nah, this is like this is where I get to a certain group of people because when I talk about feelings, like you talk about the environment, the vibe, and so you can still feel the hatred. You can still feel the like the evilness lurking. And it's very good at being masked. Like it's very good. Like as a sense of like, okay, they're logically thinking that I'm gonna just be around this black person because they're black and racism was a thing, and so I need to be around this black person because, you know, it's not a racist thing to do, and I'm not racist, and it's like a logical thing. It's not off of emotions. I don't know, bro, because how I'm sounding right now is kind of racist. I'm being honest. I'm sounding kind of racist right now because not everybody's like that. But it's you know, I'm talking about the ones that are like that. and you're just able to read their vibe and what they're kind of like thinking, how they're like, you know, they're trying to logically input their movements, how to move around you, and which is understandable. You know, like, you know, you feel like I'm a predator to you. You're gonna try to, you know, move smarter. You know, like you're prey in my eyes or something like. It, and it makes me like it gives me this feeling of like damn, what the fuck? I'm just coming around here trying to be myself, want to have a good time conversation. People are scared of me. They're generally looking at me with disgust and terror, and they're trying to mean mug me, and so it throws off my whole vibe from the get go. Cause you know, like, I'm pretty sure if you were just an average human being and you walk into a place and you expect everybody to just, you know, be cool, and but instead they mean mug you. I don't know, bro. It's just people. You know, it's people in general. Cause you know, you got black people do it, Mexican people, but I don't know why I'm always trying to come from this race standpoint when it's ignorance in general. But I guess I really want black people to be compensated, bro. Like, I'm trying to get to the truth of it. Like, I mean, I just feel like it's so underhanded the way we was treated that we need time. We most definitely need time and patience to get ourselves together and to learn how to self-love ourselves. Because, you know, the same thing with the Jewish people. You know, that's gonna mess up generations. And I feel like same thing that happened with us messed up generations, and so we need to be compensated for that. You know, and I'm not coming from a sense of begging. I'm coming from a sense of this is an actual problem. You know, you guys talk about how we're the problem. Well, now I'm giving the solution, right? And the solution is we need to have a time and patience to sit with people. We need to sit with people and talk about things that affect them in their life. Now, this is changing because do government really do this for people? As you look at history, government has never been this type of role in our lives. It has never been like a caretaker, you know. But they have it with paying money, like we have governmental aid. But I mean like an actual caretaker that like people actually coming in and check to see how the citizens are doing. And maybe I'm ignorant to that, because maybe it is a role where people are supposed to go around and see how people are doing and see how it could be better, doing surveys. And I'm pretty sure it is a role like that somewhere in politics. But I mean, truthfully, because society's changing, psychology is evolving, a lot of things, technology's evolving, a lot of things evolving. So we gotta have new solutions to these problems, you know. And I don't think that getting rid of racism is really a goal. I think spreading more love is the goal. Spreading more awareness is the goal. You know, I'm not by any means trying to say racist people should die. You know, you have your own opinion to your own views. You know, that if you believe that, that's cool. But what I'm saying is I want it to be more fair. I want equality across the board. You know, and so this way that black culture can be built up. You know, it can be back to where it's at. It can find time to value morals. It can find time to value a family, because black culture has a very important pull on the world in general. You know, and this is the truth. Black culture controls a majority of the Western society and how we think. You know, because everybody want to see what's popping, what's going on, and unfortunately, that's the music industry. You know, that's the entertainment business. And so we have influenced the entertainment business exponentially. And now we're in different other places, you know? And so I just want to see people doing good and loving themselves. First and foremost, because we all struggle with depression. So I got to constantly keep putting this disclaimer out there. But also I got to say for black people, because we get beat down heavily. We really do. Especially for being ignorant, for being too aggressive, for being on drugs. And it's like, yeah, it's your fault. You're the man. You chose that for your life. And it's like we're just under attack constantly. The moment we're born, we're constantly under attack. We're constantly trying to swim. And so it's not like we're the big fish. It's like we're trying to swim away from prey. I feel like everything is attacking us. It's hard to be vulnerable as a black man, you know, because, you know, and that's where that's where they put all these fucking labels on us. And I hate that bullshit, because everything is constantly trying to attack us and judge us and put a label on us, because we ain't gonna get no unconditional love, you know, just for being for who we are. You know, in some type of sense, we still have to provide, because they have conditioned people to think of us being less than. They have raped us in front of women and children. They have done this. They have degraded the black man on purpose. They have made him a clown. They blackfaced him. They have made him an entertainment, a puppet for a reason. You know, this is they have put him in a dress and exploit him, make him look fruity in all the movies he play in. You know, at least they doing this all this stuff for a reason. So I might get canceled for this video, but I'm speaking my truth. You know, and I'm speaking everything that's happening as far as on my end, my perception. So I thank y'all for listening 20 minutes. You know, I'm gonna come back with the next video. It's gonna be it's gonna be a banger. It's gonna be lit. Leave a like, subscribe, comment. Please check out my live stream. You know, I'm going live almost every day. And I got a beat page I have made, so please go show some love on my beat page. Go subscribe.